Listen to BDP classics if you want to.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
I love the Dead Kennedys.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Hi, so we're here with Hannah from FBI Community Radio. So Hannah, what is it exactly that you do at FBI?
Well, I present a show on Wednesday Arvos, 3 till 6. So it's a drive time slot, prime time. I'm doing that slot for about a year, and that was after about a year and a half doing all-nighters, which is 1 till 6 a.m. So that's like the hard slog that they get you to do to get better, and then they kind of bump you up. And finally someone left on Wednesday Arvos, and they put me in that slot.
What kind of people or audiences do you communicate with on a day-to-day basis?
Well, FBI is a youth station, so the age is supposed to be like from 14 to 40 is considered youth, I think, and there's even older listeners than that. And it's generally people that are interested in Sydney, because it's Sydney based, so it's locals, even though people do listen overseas, and people that kind of like what is so-called like indie music, or music that you couldn't hear on a commercial station or any of the bigger stations, and new and emerging stuff. So it's people that are into music, into arts, live in Sydney, and are kind of like cool and young and hip.
So you get a lot of feedback from those people, do you? Or?
Yeah, there's a few like steadfast listeners. We have like an SMS communication thing where people can live text, and there's a few people that just, I think that is their only source of communication with like another person. They like, all they do is listen to the radio and they just text. So you hear a lot of people like feedback on music you like, music you don't like, online feedback as well, like there's comments and things like that. We don't do talk back, but it's like supporter run station, so a lot of prizes and a lot of listener interaction and stuff like that.
So what methods do you find most effective when communicating with your audience?
I think, well, in radio, like number one rule is just use the word you, especially on a station that doesn't have like live talkback or anything like that. Like just using the word you makes someone feel like you're communicating with them. And then, because ours is just a general show, I think music is the best way to effectively communicate with people. Just being like, this is a really great new track, or you might like this band and this is their new stuff, and being funny helps as well. Talking about things that are like current and topical. I think there's been a lot of things like Charlie Sheen on radio, and but people love that kind of stuff, and it's a way of communicating with someone without having them to text you. If you're being funny, if you're being like honest, I think it's good. That's the best way. And definitely music. Music's the best way to communicate with people. If they like the music, they're going to keep listening. If they don't like the music, they're going to turn off.
So how do you stay current?
Well, FBI helps because it's 70% playlisted, or at least our show is. So we have a music director that does part of that job for us. His job is basically just to listen to hundreds of CDs a day and whatever's good. The other half, the stuff that we choose, is basically the way you stay current is to read the internet. It's the only thing you can do. Like overseas websites, overseas blogs, Sydney blogs. It's better, like it's really rare these days that someone's gonna pass you a CD and say, oh, I think you should, I really like this, listen to this. It's more likely they're gonna link you something and say, oh, check out this blog and read this. Plus, all most of the stuff on the internet you can get a free download. So that's definitely the way you stay current. There's like maybe 5 or 6 books that you have to read every day.
So you'd probably number the internet as your number one communication tool? Or?
Definitely. Yeah, maybe not communicating with listeners. Definitely FBI is moving into doing more of that because they're going to go into like streaming on demand, or they want to. But in terms of like research, it has to be the internet. Like if you're interviewing someone, the best source to go to straight away is that artist's Twitter. Like that's where you'll find the most interesting things that haven't been asked before. Because if you just go and read other interviews they've done, you're most likely just going to ask the same questions. And with FBI, with the listeners, like we make the assumption that they're in the know. That's why they listen to FBI. And if you're going to be asking questions that they've already read, then you lose kind of any kind of authority.
What's fun about working at a radio station?
Well, the reason I got involved with FBI was the music library. It's like any radio station has a music library that doesn't even rival someone's personal music collection because they get sent weird things that no one gets, like Rap Attack Volume 1. Like you can't find that anywhere, and it's probably one of the best compilations ever. So definitely music library. So the things you can't buy online, you can't find anywhere.
Thanks very much for your time, Hannah. Thanks for coming to the alleyway to meet us today.
Pleasure. Okay.
Thanks for having me.